Hi, this is Adam Blaylock, and you're listening to Adam the Movie Guy. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show. Warning, the show you're about to listen to contains strong language and an unhinged host. Don't take me too serious, I'm doing a bit here, so stay the fuck off my back. Enjoy. If this shocks you, if this offends you, and you clicked on the wrong fucking podcast.
This is my kind of place, crooked and sleazy. Stealing gold from humans is awfully easy. Look out, Vegas. I'm taking over! Yeah!
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Adam the Movie Guy. I'm your lovable, unhinged host, Adam, and on this episode, I'll be talking about Leprechaun 3, with my personal alternative title being Leprechaun in Viva Las Vegas. I like my title better. Released straight to home video in 1995 on a budget of $1.2 million, directed by Brian Smith, starring the fucking man, Warwick Davis, as the Leprechaun, John Gatkins as Scott, our main male lead, Lee Armstrong as Tammy, our main female lead, Marcelo Tubbert as Gupta, the pawn shop owner, Caroline Williams from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 fame as Loretta, a casino dealer, John DeMita as Fazio the magician, Michael Callan as Mitch, the casino manager, and Tom Dugan as Art, some mobster loan shark. It doesn't fucking matter because the plot doesn't go anywhere with that anyway. Now, this is going to be a shorter review than the last one since I loved the last film, and this one, while kind of fun and has some surprisingly better qualities than I remembered, it's still in so bad it's good territory, and it's a noticeable step down in quality, at least compared to the last one for me personally. I'm going to give the usual overall plot beats and summary, talk about the characters, some production trivia stuff, and finally give my overall thoughts and rankings. So, here we go.
I need me gold!
The film kicks off in Las Vegas at a pawn shop owned by an Indian man named Gupta when some random guy with a hook for a hand comes in to sell him a statue of the Leprechaun with a medallion necklace around its neck. He warns him not to take it off the statue, but of course Gupta does, and the Leprechaun is now revived and pissed off since Gupta wants his gold. Gupta is attacked by the Leprechaun, but fends him off temporarily thanks to the possession of the necklace, which the Leprechaun is weak to. Unfortunately, the Leprechaun tricks Gupta into dropping the necklace and kills him via beating him with a shillelagh club and strangling his ass to death with a phone cord. Meanwhile, a young man named Scott is on his way to college and stops in Las Vegas, encountering the very beautiful Tammy, who is a magician's assistant at a casino. Scott gives her a ride to the casino and manages to sneak his way into the casino with a little help from Tammy, and ends up gambling his tuition money away. Fucking idiot. Desperate, he goes to Gupta's pawn shop to sell his watch and gets a hold of one of the Leprechaun's gold shilling coins that can grant the holder one wish. Where was that in the last two movies? He wishes to be back at the casino on a great lucky hot streak, and his wish is granted before the Leprechaun can kill him for his coin. Holy fuck, this fucking guy can't keep a hold of any of his coins in these movies. Anyway, while Scott is on a huge winning streak back at the casino, the owner, Mitch, closes out the table and gives Scott a free room to avoid him cleaning out the casino completely. Scott runs into Tammy, who tells him to stay in his room with his winnings and that she'll come back to talk to him later. Meanwhile, Loretta, the crooked piece of shit table dealer Scott was at the table with, and she kind of ended up egging him on to fuck him over and lose all his college tuition money. God, I hate this broad. She ends up conspiring with the magician at the casino, Fazio, who's a fucking piece of shit himself anyway. And they want to steal Scott's winnings and gold coins since Loretta, while at the table dealing with Scott, witnessed his magic and wants to use the coin for her own gain. Fazio ends up breaking into Scott's room and steals the gold coin before escaping, and then Scott is attacked by the Leprechaun, demanding his coin back. Scott gets bit by the little bastard, and the Leprechaun's green blood gets into his wound because Scott ends up stabbing him in the forehead with a nearby knife, and Scott ends up throwing him out the window of his hotel room, which was pretty hysterical because when he does that, it's clearly a fucking dummy falling. It's pretty damn funny. But anyway, because of the blood getting into Scott's wounds, Scott is slowly morphing into a leprechaun throughout the film, complete with saying stupid-ass rhymes and a terrible fucking Irish accent. And his face and body and hair changing, and even later on gaining some minor telekinetic abilities. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, Loretta takes the coin from Fazio, and then Mitch takes the coin from her for not getting the money back that Scott earned, during which he sarcastically ends up making a wish that Tammy, who he's been making these unwanted, creepy-ass advances toward, would want to have sex with him. And unfortunately, the wish succeeds, and Tammy, due to the wish, is overcome with fucking horny lust for Mitch. Ugh, fucking disgusting. And they go up to his suite to have sex. Tammy starts to do this strip tease, and before it can go any further, right when she's about to take off her top, Loretta sneaks into the room and steals the coin, returning Tammy back to normal. Fuck, I really wish we could have gotten at least 30 more seconds of that, but it is what it is. But she gets very upset, and Mitch is coming on to her more and more, so she hits him, and he ends up firing her, because, he's a piece of shit anyway. And she leaves his suite in just distraught tears, and I felt bad for this chick. And right as she leaves, the leprechaun arrives, thank God, to kill Mitch, with an illusion that turns... How the fuck do I describe this? It is weird. So he casts an illusion that there's a TV in Mitch's room, right? He's watching TV, there's some commercials going on, and this hot, beautiful woman starts talking to him and takes her top off, and she literally climbs out of the TV, just like the chick from the Ring movie, Sadako, if I'm saying her name right. I can't pronounce names. But anyway, she climbs out the TV and starts making out with Mitch on the bed. And then the illusion ends, and it turns out Mitch was making out with a fucking robot, and he ends up getting electrocuted, and that was just a weird fucking death. Funny, though. Back downstairs, Tammy meets up back with Scott at the elevator, and seeing how upset Tammy is after she told him what happened with the whole situation with Mitch back in his suite, they decide together to confront Mitch for being, well, a scumbag piece of shit boss. They get to his room and discover his body and get attacked by the leprechaun, but they manage to escape to head to the pawn shop to find answers on how to stop the leprechaun and a cure for Scott's conditioning. Meanwhile, Loretta uses the coin to wish for a younger body and shows it off to Fazio. Fazio ends up taking the coin to make a wish to be the world's greatest magician. The leprechaun first confronts Loretta for the coin and kills her by causing her to inflate until she explodes in a really kind of comical, over-the-top, disgusting scene. I'll touch upon that a little bit later. At the pawn shop, Scott and Tammy discover the leprechaun's pot of gold, and they discover destroying it is the key to killing the leprechaun. But they get attacked by him, but once again escape and head to the hospital because Scott's conditioning is getting worse and worse as he's becoming a leprechaun, and he gets admitted, and he unfortunately fully transforms, and he looks fucking disgusting. And the leprechaun ends up tracking them down and takes Tammy hostage in the morgue and demands his coin back, and Scott tells him Fazio the magician has it. They fend the leprechaun off with the necklace, and he heads to Fazio's show at the casino to get his coin back. Fazio, being, a selfish piece of shit dumbass, refuses to give him back his coin, so the Leprechaun uses his magic to put Fazio in a box and cuts him in half with a chainsaw to a very shocked and traumatized audience. Scott and Tammy arrive, telling the crowd to flee, and Scott has a final showdown with the Leprechaun, culminating in Scott burning his pot of gold, which kills the Leprechaun, and him and Tammy, oh my god, I can't read, Tammy end up happily ever after. And that's the end of the movie. Jesus Christ. I got some things I want to say, starting off with the characters, so let's get started with that. I need another drink. I'll be right back.
I need me gold!
Alright, I'm back, and I pour myself some tequila to help me get through this one. 1 second. Sorry if I don't sound so enthused, but damn, the drop down in quality from the last film just sucks the air right the fuck out of me. But anyway, on to the characters, and I'm going to try to make this short and sweet as possible. Starting off with Scott, played by John Gatkins? Oh my god. Who gives a fuck? Our main male lead, Scott. He fucking sucks and is a stupid bastard who, while kind-hearted toward Tammy, he's a shitty protagonist. He gets the stupidest fucking subplot with him turning into a leprechaun with the most dog-shit Irish accent I ever heard in my fucking life. And the makeup used to turn him into a leprechaun is god-awful. And he's hard to sympathize with since he blows his college tuition money that his parents gave him, which was $23,000, damn near instantly in the casino.
Fight done. I'm ruined. I'm finished.
What, are you kidding me? You do. You're gonna make it big. Place your bets. What? Trust me. Bad streak of luck like that, no way you're gonna lose. Get him down before the wheel goes round. Oh yeah, trust me.
But I don't have any more money.
Nice watch there. Could bring a nice chunk of change.
My grandpa gave me this watch. For graduation.
Make him proud. Make a comeback.
And then, with some horrible prodding by that selfish bitch Loretta, I'll get to her later, he goes to pawn his fucking watch his grandfather gave him for graduating high school. This guy fucking sucks, and he didn't deserve to get with Tammy in the end of the film. Hang on, I need another sip. That's the good shit. Next is the beautiful Tammy, our sexy magician's assistant, played terribly by Lee Armstrong. Now, okay. This woman's acting is bad, but so is damn near everyone else's not named Warwick Davis, and so is this movie, so it does fit at the very least. She cares for Scott and it has ambition to have her own act as the star of a show, but she's treated like shit by her asshole boss, the magician Fazio, and she gets hit on by Mitch, the casino owner, who's kind of a sleazy scumbag. So she doesn't have it very easy. The scene where she's under the love spell wish by Mitch, her acting is at its worst to the point it's entertainingly bad.
Mitch.
Hey, what's matter?
I want you.
You?
I want you more than any man I've ever known in my life.
Have you got a fever?
Oh, right now, Mitch. Take me right here on the floor.
Oh,
Yes.
back so, huh? Well, look, whatever it is, don't change it then. You just stay like this.
Oh, yes.
Come on, let's go to my room.
Granted, if I was Mitch and I got a beautiful blonde interest in me like that, firstly, you guys already know what it's going to be by now with me. Secondly, I will wake up from my dream because ain't no way I'm pulling a beautiful woman like that. I mean, come on now. Look at me, for God's sakes.
This guy sucks. You can just tell this dude is a Redditor.
This man gets absolutely zero bitches.
It's fun making fun of myself sometimes. I'm definitely not crying in the inside.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Anyway, while not a good actress, she definitely is great to look at. When she's in that magician's assistant uniform and her boobs are about to fall out of her dress, like, holy shit, it had me like...
Put your face between those breasts.
Huh, I should do more shows when I drink tequila. Now on to Mitch, played by Michael Callan. Callan? Oh my god. Who gives a shit? He's just a scumbag asshole casino owner I never gave a fuck about. And the thought of him fucking Tammy disgusts me since he's so damn unlikable. Thank God it doesn't go that far and he dies by an electric sex robot. Yes, you heard that right, a sex bot. Next is Gupta, the pawn shop owner, played by Marcelo Tubbert. I can't read any names today. He's alright. I mean, he's nothing to write home about. I mean, he's just fodder for the Leprechaun. And speaking of which, my next character, the loan shark guy, Art, played by Tom Dugan, and his thug, whose name I didn't bother to remember, and played by Who Gives a Fuck, since they're nothing characters who don't even get a good death. Their only good scene is when the Leprechaun scares them away when they try bullying him at the craps table when he's on a hot streak.
Take a break, pal.
Hey, crappy A, you give me them dice, I'm feeling lucky.
But I'm not through winning, lad.
Get out of here.
Looks like a slot machine. You want to try your luck?
And they're not even the good things about that scene, Warwick Davis is. That's going to be a continuing pattern for the rest of these movies since Warwick Davis carries these films so much. It's a wonder he's not in a fucking wheelchair from straining his back and legs from doing so. Next are a 2-for-1, Loretta the table dealer, played by Caroline Williams, and Fazio by John DeMita. These two are scumbag criminals in cahoots with each other and don't even get along very well, with Fazio being kind of a fucking prick about Loretta's age and, self-esteem issues.
What do you keep her around for anyway? She's not worth a damn.
She's got a way of filling out a costume.
I could look just as good, Why'd you hire me?
20 years ago, Loretta, or should I say 20 pounds ago?
I am not always going to look just like this, Pally.
No? You find a fountain of youth or something?
I've been saving my pennies, buddy boy. And one of these days, I'm going to come waltzing in that door with everything packed into all the right places.
You need more than a boob job, Loretta. You need a personality transplant.
Bitch.
Although, don't get confused, I hate both of them. Fazio is a douchebag wannabe idiot who believes in his own hype, which is non-fucking existent. And Loretta is a self-absorbed, vain, petty bitch. Caroline Williams and John DeMita do an alright job with the acting, particularly with the scene when Loretta wishes for a younger body and she rubs in Fazio's face.
Oh, man, oh, Shevitz. Look at those tits. I wish I was a man so I could just screw myself right to the floor. And I dare you to feel that ass, Fazio. That's prime.
All you had to do was wish for it?
You got it.
Now on to the true star of the show, Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun. He once again steals every single scene he's in. His rhyming game is truly on point. Take a listen to some of these examples.
Oh, let me go whack you in the head 12 times until you're dead. You miss me. If you're gonna linger, I'll give you the finger. I told you a terrible lie, and now you're going to die. Lovely golden palaces, completely full of riches. I'll rip them off and rob them blind, those dirty sons of bitches. You silly little twit. Have you forgotten the charm? A leprechaun's gold can do him no harm. So, for pulling this trick, I'll chop off your dick!
His acting is always a pleasure to witness since he really gives it his all as the character, and he looks like he's having an absolute blast for this film. Hell, he even gets to meet an Elvis impersonator and be friendly with him.
Fine suit of clothes, lad.
Well, thank you very much. Well, those shoes, do they come in blue suede? I really like them, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, man, you do that pretty good. Next time, make sure you get paid for it. Hey, man, see you on the flip side.
Vegas, my kind of town.
His goal is always the same. Once again, someone has his fucking gold coin and he wants it back. Personality-wise, he's even more comedic while at the same time more prone to violence, like attacking Gupta immediately at the beginning of the movie by biting his fucking ear and toe off. Although the continuity from the previous films is totally fucked somehow even more than the last, he starts off the film as trapped as a statue with a necklace that is his weakness this time around, and another weakness that was also non-existent is apparently destroying his pot of gold which was not a rule in the last movies. And by destroying the pot of gold, it kills him instantly. And now that I think about it, there's scenes of him killing people who have his gold coin, which completely contradicts the rule of the last movie where if you're in possession of the coin, he can't kill you. So that's another thing that's thrown out the window and ignored. Oh, and the way it's done in this film is so fucking stupid, I couldn't believe it. So the main guy, Scott, who's a leprechaun at this point, which, oh my god, that was such a stupid fucking subplot. He destroys the pot of gold with a fucking flamethrower, which I don't think that would work in real life. I mean, you would probably need something a lot hotter and stronger, like a fucking crematorium, to melt solid gold that fast completely. But somehow it magically worked, and the leprechaun gets killed off very anticlimactically in this movie. As for his powers this time around, he got his telekinesis and strength, which returned from the previous films, and general magic shit. They expand upon the ironic wish kill from the previous movie with the leprechaun killing Loretta for wishing to have the perfect body, so he inflates her till she blows up like a balloon.
Your boobs are big, your butt is small, but still you're in for quite a fall.
What are you talking about?
Oh, well, didn't you hear? Bigger is good, but jumbo is dear. I'll give you boobs that come out to here. Those delightful lips, they'll get you some tips. But what about these? Are they big enough to please? What are you doing? A delightful little slut. But what about your butt? Now that was quite a load to have to explode. What a lovely lass. I had to blow up your ass, but now I must hit the road.
But something new is his blood acts like a damn zombie virus that if it gets inside you, you turn into a leprechaun, and the only cure is killing the leprechaun like he's a fucking vampire. Overall, Warwick Davis does an amazing job for the third time and looks like he's enjoying every second of it. Honestly, from here on out, he's the only reason to watch these fucking movies. Alright, that's all for the characters. Next off, I'll rattle off a little bit of trivia and production info I can dig up. Then I'll give my overall thoughts and ranking of the film.
I need me gold!
Alright, some quick trivia and background knowledge. This film was shot and completed in only 14 days, which, while impressive, I do wish they could have gotten a bit more money and time to beef a few things up like the kills. Next is that this is Warwick Davis's favorite film in the series, and I could see that in his performance, which just screams enthusiasm. At the time of its release, Leprechaun 3 was the highest-selling direct-to-home video film of 1995, selling over 55,000 units. And last, Warwick Davis without makeup makes a cameo appearance near the beginning of the film when Scott enters the casino for the first time. He's playing a slot machine in the far right-hand side. Well, guys, that's all for the trivia and background info. Let's get into the final segment with my overall thoughts and rankings. Hold on, I need another swig of this tequila. I'm going to need a whole bottle of this for the next couple of episodes.
I need me gold!
Okay, let's get this shit over with already. Now, on to my overall thoughts on the film is that it's better than the last time I watched it, and admittingly, I slightly warmed up to it a bit. The comedy was fun, and Warwick Davis really shows off his comedic chops in this one. The characters honestly suck ass, and I didn't really find any of them endearing. Well, except Tammy, and that's only because she's fucking beautiful. Other than her and Warwick Davis, fuck everybody else, really. Now, I was originally going to give this film 2.5 clovers out of 5, but Upon rewatching the film for this episode, Warwick Davis elevated the movie to 3 clovers out of 5, the same score as I gave the original film, but just barely. This film is in so bad it's good territory, and from here on out, that's where all future films are gonna be for this series. Oh, good Lord. Just wait until we get to 5 and 6. I need more tequila. Well, guys, that's the show. I hope you enjoyed it, and tune in for the next installment of the Leprechaun franchise when I cover Leprechaun 4 in Space. Wow, what an idea. I need to sleep off this tequila now. Bye, guys.